Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Excuse me.
Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And tonight on the Rita Cosby Show, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani meets with President Trump, a secret meeting suddenly off the books, and it happened at the White House. So what came out of the meeting? Well, we're just learning a little bit ago. Mamdani's spokesperson said this was what was discussed. Take a listen. This is cut number 3.
So the last time the president and the mayor met, the president asked him to come back with some big ideas, how we can build things together here in New York City. And that's what he did today. The mayor took him up on this offer and went to D.C. today to pitch him about a possible project in New York City that could deliver one of the biggest federal investments in housing of the past 50 years. We proposed a project with an estimated 12,000 units. As you noted, sir, our team did mock up front pages of the paper and gave those to President Trump in the Oval Office today. The president was very enthusiastic about this idea that we pitched him. Additionally, the mayor also brought up the detainment of the Columbia student who was detained this morning, and he asked directly President Trump that they be released. Additionally, he handed a list of 4 additional students who had been detained in New York to the chief of staff and to President Trump, asking them to consider dismissing their cases as well. Shortly after the mayor left the White House, he received a call from President Trump, who let him know the student who was detained this morning will be released. That's what we can share at the moment.
So who's punking who? Why is this happening? This sort of bromance going on with President Trump and the New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. What does Zohran Mamdani get out of it? And what does President Trump get out of it? I believe, obviously, Mamdani clearly is trying to make sure he can get some federal funds. He knows that he needs it, especially at a time of economic crisis. He certainly does need it. So he's hoping that the money flows from the feds, and the only person who can really make sure of that is President Trump. But what does Trump get out of this meeting? Is he just sort of entertaining and saying, hey, listen, I can get along with everybody, even someone who's anti-Semitic, who is communist, who's a member of the Democratic Socialist Party, who doesn't agree with almost anything I agree with in terms of New York, but we can maybe find common ground when it comes to something like affordable housing. So it's an interesting dynamic, this dance between two men that almost could not be further apart. And Trump definitely loves New York. He definitely wants to see good things happen to New York. There's no doubt about it. But I really believe Zohran Mamdani clearly needs Donald Trump a lot more than Donald Trump needs what could be described as a gnat and Zohran Mamdani. So where's the win and who is the victor in all of this? Well, it was only a few days ago that President Trump, you guys, and we talked about this here on the Rita Cosby Show, President Trump during the State of the Union mentioned Zohran Mamdani and sort of the paradox, if you will, of how you need to have a couple IDs to shovel snow in New York, but to vote, no problem. Don't worry about D's. Don't worry about any sort of identification. Come one, come all. Here is President Trump during the State of the Union referencing his favorite communist mayor, Zohran Mamdani.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Want some to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
So who wins, who loses with this interesting and quite crazy relationship that's going on between Zoran Mamdani and Donald Trump? My bet is Trump totally understands what's going on. He's kind of playing Mamdani like a fiddle.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and busts. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.